Good morning. I am out on Christmas morning and I am going to do a special video. This one is going to involve new locations. I always get a lot of people asking me about how can you utilize locations, and so I am going to drive around my fine little town and pick out some new locations and just give you some ideas of some things that I could train in those locations. Now, always keep in mind that if you're teaching your dog something, you want a low distraction location. Once they start understanding something, I want to start putting in new locations, but I want to make it easy and I want them to be able to be successful so that I can build a reinforcement history. Which is really important. I want to build that desire, so they've got to get lots of rewards. Being correct, thinking on their own and being correct gives them confidence, which is very important for a competition dog. So here we go. It'll be random places, and I'll try to make it go from easy to harder in the video. And then I'll catch you on the other side. Okay, I saw this place as I was driving around. It's new, and it's obviously there's nobody here today, but I saw this area and I really like this area. You see the tree that's over to the right and then that red post over to the left. What a wonderful figure eight, right? The dirt or the mulch over to the left of the tree, over to the right of the tree, it is going to be a great distraction, and that tree hedge right there is going to be a barrier. The barrier is something that I do want to introduce to my dog when they start getting more confidence. That goes into a lot of the dig work that I've already talked about. Now, in the same area, I'm going to walk around over here. In the same area, I have a wide open parking spot. To me, that's a wonderful location to start hitting some of my skills that will require less distraction, right? But then I have this wonderful hedge that becomes dig work, which we've talked about, right? And that is going to replicate walls, it will replicate gates, and anything else that the dog may have to get into while he's heeling in the ring. Okay? And I like this corner too. All right, the corner would be really nice. Now, if I'm actually doing heeling work in this corner, I'm not going to always do a right turn. I'm going to do left about turns. I'm going to walk toward the speed bump, and I'm going to do a left turn. All right? So I'm not, just because I have a right turn scenario or a right about turn scenario, doesn't mean I'm always going to do that. Something extra in this area that I really liked, if you do agility, if you do cone work, which I do, which is just flat work, I actually would utilize the tree that's way over there to the left, this red post that's right here in front of us, and then the tree over to the right. And I would actually do some flat work and some cone work in this area. Of course, if you do obedience, you can always set up some jumps right there. If I'm going to set up a broad jump, I'm actually going to set up a broad jump toward the bushes. That would give my dog a little bit more of a challenge. So you have to use that accordingly, right? Now, all right, here's another great location. It's just another little store. Parking lot's great. It's got stripes on it, which is wonderful for heeling. Gives me an opportunity to get out there and make sure that I'm walking straight, which is always important. This area here would be great just for beginning teaching lower dogs. As far as their learning level, I do have shrubs on either end for my dig work, which of course I put in to a little bit of all my training. Now up here, I have even a better location. This would be a location that I would use for a more advanced dog. Here, I have got some rocking chairs. I can put those rocking chairs a little bit further apart. There you go, figure eight work. I can use those two posts right there There you go, figure 8 work. I love that. I love the ramp. The ramp makes a wonderful proofing device, especially for slows, fasts, halts. Do them on the ramp. It challenges the dog. And I also love this because, as you can see, as I walk, I can do a right turn or left turn, and then I've got dig work out of a turn. Now, if I want to do more advanced work, I would actually move that mat that's right there over right in the middle, or I'd move it out of the way, making sure that I put it back when I finish. And I would actually use that as a go out. See that door? The middle of the door is my go out spot, and that's where the dog should have to do go outs. Now, the walls on either side actually represent uprights to both the jumps that would normally be there. Yeah, it's closer, but that's okay. But that's a wonderful go out spot. You can actually use this location as well, which I think is a great location. With the 2 chairs, I can move the 2 chairs out of the way a little bit. They can represent the go out spot. I can move them closer up on the walk, making sure that I replace them, put them back where they were. But you can see that I have a number of entrances that I can heel into, which would be wonderful. This is the kind of location that I would get out and I would plan something before I ever got my dog out, so I'd have something in mind. But this is a wonderful location. I like this, and I love ramps. Ramps are a good challenge for more advanced dogs. Okay, this is a school. Letting the dogs run. Of course, everything's closed today. This is a wonderful training location. I like it because it's got a little bit more of a feel of being enclosed because of the ceiling. And I really like the situation as I walk in through here. Gives me an opportunity. I can heel that direction, and I have a cover there. I can also do go outs to that pole right there. See the pole way over there? Wonderful go out spot. Of course, if you've never done anything like that before, you want to start up close to that pole and slowly get further and further and further away. And yes, I would actually do it from this distance, which is probably 100 feet or so. Let's see here. I can set up jumps out in that area if I like. I've got a tree. I can utilize the entrance area right there. I've actually got gates. I can use this area to practice entrances and exits. See, entrances and exits. Hi, Riker. And then I do actually have fences right there, which is wonderful, because it gives me another barrier. This is really enclosed, so a lot of dogs will not like this, because you'll be getting all these sounds and reverberations and such that a lot of times you get when you're in the ring and in enclosed buildings. So there you go, there's another one. Let's see what else we can find in my fine little town. Another great location. Very compact, very like brick. You have to be careful of your footwork there in the middle. But this is awesome. You can do all kinds of stuff. Man, this school rocks when it comes to distractions and stuff. Entrances, ring gates, entrances, ring gates. Go outs to the door. Very nice. Big old huge crepe myrtles. You can heel up and around there. You can also do your agility work there. Same with these posts, figure 8 posts. I like in between these buses. The flagpole is making noises. That flagpole right there, you can barely see it. But it's making some noises, which is great noise. I can do go in between there and do about turns and dig work. Then I've got this huge big area with more trees that I can do more agility work if I want to. So this school. This is another school. It rocks. All the schools are in the same location. And just as a fun, I just noticed this parking. These are actually parking spots. And they've got all different kinds of stuff on them. They've got lights and darks. This is awesome. Remember, you know the judges that put those annoying happy faces? And you have to go start and stand on the happy face? Well, here you go. All of this variable colors and all these variable colors would be wonderful distraction. It's a surface distraction. Wow. Now this is another location. You see the ramp? I love ramp work for more advanced dogs. For dogs that are just learning, I could actually simplify that and just do a few steps reward, few steps reward, few steps reward. I could work on my pivots if I'd started working on pivots. And lucky me, this business actually put out 2 cones. So if I decided that I wanted to do cone work or rally work, agility work, whatever, I've got 2 cones handy. I don't even have to bring them with me. OMG, I found this spot, and this would be phenomenal for a more advanced dog. You could actually do some healing there. You could do signals, you could do moving stands. You'd have to watch your footing a little bit, but you could actually heal on 2 different levels. So you have the walkway right there, and this is actually a ditch. So if you've had a lot of rain, you wouldn't be able to use that. But talk about being confined. You're walking from light to dark, which is awesome. You've got actually cars up ahead. So this is like a little bridge or a little covered area that goes underneath a bridge for cars, for pedestrians rather. So you know, this would be awesome for more advanced work. Retrieves into the darkness, retrieves off the area into the leaves, where the leaves and the water are. This is not very deep. Drop on recall in water, which is awesome. So this is a sweet location right here. And here again, you know, on weekends, on Sundays and stuff, when people are not out and about, this is a wonderful area to utilize, just like the school and the business. Yes, it's a holiday today, but that doesn't mean that these places aren't closed other days that I can utilize these. Remember, even when they're open, it's still a good location. It's still a good area to start adding people distractions, which is wonderful. Depending on the day, you can easily get less people, more people, and that indeed makes more distractions. So good deal. Okay, that was fun. Checking out the whole area for all kinds of training locations. It's up to you what location you want. Remember, you always want to start a little bit easier, make it harder and harder. But on the weekends, when you're out and about running errands, take a look around and see new locations that you can be training with your dog. It's amazing how much more focus, how much more desire that you'll get if you go to new locations and you play on a regular basis and make those new locations fun. So everybody, Merry Christmas. I'll see you next time. Please make sure you like and subscribe to all of the YouTube. Even though Poe wasn't in it, well, I guess he was running around, wasn't he? He got a chance to do some exercise today. Y'all have fun.